Howdy doody everybody, my name is Rocky, and today I was going to come at you with a White Star replay review. It was going to be a really good one. We won 9-0, and I'm not saying that's why it was a really good one. That obviously helped my morale. But essentially the match ended on Friday, Saturday, whatever day it was, and the update came out yesterday, the 26th. And right in the notes, it states that replays are basically gone once the update is released. So it really sucks because I was putting together some stuff for you guys and it's basically down the tubes. I put an inquiry out in the Discord as well as Twitter to ask the devs if it's at all possible to recover that replay. It likely will become futile. So the purpose of today's video was for me to sort of show you guys what I pieced together here just for the visual aspect in terms of the layout of the replays. Obviously I won't be able to show you that right now, but the visual, and I want to sort of, I guess, touch base on the update and tell you guys what I found going on with my PC in these recordings. So the first thing, which you guys are seeing right in front of you here, which you've likely already started reading, is basically going to be the layout that I'm going to try and put forth in the videos. This will highlight what is in the match itself. I've tried to line up the images with the level of ship that is on our team and their team, obviously green being ours, red being theirs. And yeah, what you see is what you get here. Now, the team we faced did not bring in all 10 support ships. That's why you only see 9 there. And yeah, I think this really helps us. I'm able to sort of analyze what we've brought in terms of level and what they've brought in terms of level. I may change the writing to images, being that this took me a long time to put together. The next one should be relatively quicker because all the images are put together and I don't have to actually make the pictures of the ships, like cut them out and color them and stuff. But I may turn the text into pictures of the modules. But anyway, the match itself, as you can see, was pretty well even. I can't say that we were out-teched. I think we were pretty evenly matched. They weren't out-teched, we weren't out-teched. I think their relic count was relatively lower than ours. The name of the corp was House of Stark, I believe. I'll have to check that in a few minutes. And yeah. So I'm going to try, like I just said, I'm going to try and put this together for you guys to give you guys an idea of what the playing field looks like and then sort of analyze what the map looks like. And I just want to piece these things together a little better for you guys to make them a little more educational, if you will, for anyone who's watching it just to review strats. And that's all I've really got to say about this. It's really disappointing to go through all this effort to have my replay gone. But what are you going to do? I should have recorded it the day after it happened and pieced together this stuff afterwards. Anyways, water under the bridge. So the next thing I want to talk about is essentially the release notes for the March 26th release of the update. It does state here that it's Friday, March 9th, which is not true. The update was delayed due to an iOS problem. So I guess I'm going to show you some of the enhancements. This is more for the people that don't actually play Hades Star anymore or are taking a break from it and haven't done the update because essentially you can't play the game without updating it. So you've seen all this stuff active. Now, I won't be able to show you guys the higher up level artifacts or ships because I'm not that high yet. Working on it. Slow going. But as you can see here, new server ship Phoenix, which I have not seen. I haven't been overly active in the Discord or anything, so I'm not sure if anyone saw it yet. Obviously, they must have. New module came out, Alpha Drone. That sounds really cool. Anyway, I'm not going to read through this stuff. I'm going to put a link to this down in the description below if anyone wants to read the notes. I will say that it is a little disappointing not to see anything to do with dampening the rocket spam that's going on. And I'm excited to see Suppress has been turned up because Suppress is one of those modules where it seems really effective since a lot of assassins are bringing out dual laser, but it doesn't last for long enough to really be super effective. Again, you get more time as you get higher level, but I'm really curious to see what the increase for the duration is. Good to see they got the leap and the destiny down path, under control is what I meant to say. And I was excited about the cancel waypoint. Probably the biggest thing that I was most excited about was the canceling of the waypoints. More particularly when you're laying in bed at night and you set yourself 20 or whatever it is, 10 waypoints, and the last one you mess up and you got to redo the whole thing all over again. Being able to just cancel that last waypoint is so helpful. I've already utilized it quite a bit. And as you can see right here, view replay button no longer shows for out of date replays in the White Start history page. Replays are always invalidated by new update. I wish I would have known that or read these notes prior to the release going out. Yeah, so overall, some great improvements. It's funny because when you go through the comments, people are talking about how they're not focusing on the lower level red star players, and they're only focused on the higher tiers players. They're only focused on the people that are sticking around. I mean, the base game itself is pretty good. If I don't know what you're looking for, really. I do not agree with this comment one bit. You're going to lose your player base because you're focusing on the higher tier stuff. That's not true at all. The primary player base is in the higher levels. So basically what you're saying is you're going to lose the lower levels because you're catering to the people who have been around the longest. Yeah, so you got people down here exactly my thoughts, you know. People are approaching RS9 at this point, a lot of players. And yeah, there is lots of stuff to get excited about at lower levels that already exist. Just move towards that. Getting worse by each new update. Quit then instead of griping. Most people like the new updates. I can't agree more. Although I'd like to tell people to give this game a shot and play it. There's no sense in just complaining about it. Anyway, I gotta say I don't disagree with this. Basically, giving people a reason to kill Cerberus, such as small coin and hydrogen, is not a bad idea. A nearly trivial amount, gets more as you go up. There's no real reason to kill any Cerberus other than the achievement that you may not have already, or trying to dig somebody out to get them to a planet. Other than that, there's no real point in killing the Cerb. So give me a reason to. But I guess that really is countered with, if we're going to give you coin and hydrogen to kill Cerberus, am I going to charge you to repair your ships? Because right now it's free to repair your ships. Essentially, whatever hydro it takes to get to the planet to repair it. But essentially, if I'm going to reward you for damaging your ship, or yeah, essentially damaging your ship, am I going to charge you to repair your ship? I mean, it's like the government, right? You got to tax it, I guess. This is super weird, super trolly. Still no chat, mail, corp management, still boring and slow paced, still disencourage new players with prices, as well prices and credits for upgrades, like prices in dollar for premium currency. First of all, this is confusing AF. Like, all of this exists. Corp management isn't obviously up to par, up to snuff with a few things in terms of tracking, but it can be slow paced. I'm not going to say that it's not slow paced. This thing, I mean, this makes it sound like this person really wants to spend real money to get to the top. And I've got to give props to the devs on this one for not promoting pay to win. I mean, if it was a lot cheaper to buy credits in this game or hydrogen with real money, I would likely break my bank account. God, speak today. Anyways, that's it. I'm not going to read through all these comments. I just sort of completely got sidetracked here. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and open up the game. I'll show you guys a couple of the improvements, and but one of the things I want to talk about is the reason that there's been popping in my video audio lately. You're not hearing it right now. Is because BlueStacks is causing a conflict in either Audacity, my virtual plugin, or the Blue Yeti itself. I have sent a note off to the developers of BlueStacks to see if it's a conflict in the software. I tried turning down the CPU usage as well as turning the volume off in the game. It doesn't help the problem. So you're going to have to bear with me and probably bear with my White Star reviews, either until I find another emulator for this, or BlueStacks gives me, or I find a way to fix this. A lot of people commenting that it has to do with load. Not the case here. It has to do with the Logitech camera, which I no longer have turned on. This is not Logitech. And I read somewhere else that has to do with CPU core temp applications running in the background. everything's been disabled. Same problem. It only crops up when BlueStacks is opened. So anyways, I ramble. Let's get into this. Anyways, I've got the audio turned off because I was trying to mess around with this. I'm curious to see, actually, I didn't do this when I was doing my audio checking. My audio checking had to do with BlueStacks open, record, popping, present, BlueStacks closed, audio popping not present. So now that I've done it, sort of opening it halfway, I'm curious to know if the popping is happening right now. But now that I've pointed out to all my viewers, you're going to notice it every time, which I do apologize for. So just looking at the quality of life here, basically what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to snatch up a ton of shipments here, and you're going to see this pretty blue glow going on here. This is really neat. I gotta say, I didn't have any problems with this out the gate. Some people were complaining that it was interfering with their visuals. Maybe when it came to having this zoomed out, whoa, that is a long way out. Maybe it made it hard to see the moons, but anyway, I don't see a problem with it. So now you can see, even when you click on a planet, it shows you where the shipments are designated for and how many of each it has. Because typically at a certain point in your gameplay, you're going to find that when you're reading through your shipments, when I read through mine, its shipment is destination is sorted, not the reward. And I go through my head the path that we're going to be taking just to get the most out of my hydro. So this is kind of neat. I'm not going to use this a whole lot, but anyways, I can't complain about it. The next thing is setting your waypoints, like I had mentioned. So I'm going to go ahead and burn some hydro here. If we just do this, and then, oh, I didn't want that. Boom, 1 waypoint, 2 waypoint, 3 waypoints. So that's pretty freaking sweet. I'm telling you, there's a huge improvement. I think that's it. The fact that I cannot view my replays is so frustrating. Yes, House Stark was the 9-0 win, and it's really unfortunate because we pulled off some sweet moves with our barrier game. But anyways, I digress. Miner, get back to work. I really shouldn't have let my miners unionize. Anyways, that's going to do it for me. Thanks so much for dropping by, taking a look at this video. I do apologize if I rambled a little too much. Go ahead and do that update. If you haven't updated your Hades Star or you're not playing anymore, go check it out. Yeah, I guess you're going to have to stay tuned for the next White Star review with the new and improvements. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. So anyways, I'm going to just fast forward this. You guys can see this unfold. When the White Stars took off, there was a bit of a problem with rocket spam, and the way the devs dealt with that was that they put a cooldown on how much time it takes to jump out and in of a White Star. But that does not